Oh, it's charged. I'm able to go live again because I have it charged. So did you get your patty mount? No, I'm not trying to get a patty mount. Guys, I'm not trying. I don't want a patty mount. I can buy one right now, but I'm not gonna. We need to save every money we can get. What lion? I didn't get a lion. That's a lion. You're a lion. It's windy out here. She's walking around because it's windy. So, yeah, so she can stay warm. Who can say that we're changed for the better? Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. Hope you're keeping warm. Yeah, it got kind of windy, but it's okay. It's just windy now. It wasn't cold earlier, but now it is, and it's windy. It got windy. Not that cold. I don't know. It might be 60. Thank you guys for sending whatever. But I don't want that. Texas gets bad in the winter, right? Like I know, and like, cause someone said it's supposed to freeze here, but in Texas they've had really bad winter weathers where people have passed. So I don't know. Stay safe, cause I don't know when the winter stuff hits. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm doing great. Yeah, the news is not so great, but you know, I'm optimistic. We'll just keep going. We got chances. So that's the thing. We've got like whoever sent, I don't know why. For some reason Cash App is not allowing me to receive money or something like that. It's saying like someone sent it, but then it says can't be sent. I don't know why it does that. If you do send and it fails, try to send on PayPal. For some reason it doesn't work. I don't know, some stuff works and then some stuff doesn't, but I didn't ask for money, but thank you if you do try to send. No, someone sent something but it didn't work, so I needed to let them know. I didn't ask for that. I wasn't even expecting that. It like was on my live. Jesus, what is that? I'm using money for a concert. First of all, I do not have the means to go to a concert, which when is that? I don't even know when the Kendrick Lamar concert is. March? May? Something like that? You're saying I'm using people's money for a concert when I have not even planned a concert. Mind you, I would probably have a hotel by now if I was going to a concert. See, it's not sending. It says can't be sent. Like, that's something not to lie on people, considering the fact that I'm not planning to go to a concert right now, because I already said I know the Kendrick Lamar concert is going to be expensive. Right now, I need to focus my priorities on other things. So let's not put that on people if you don't know. Thank you for the bear hats. Thank you for all these gift coins. Like, do you know how much money it is? Like, how much money if like people send a bunch of gifts, right? That's still not enough to go, because technically I would need over like $2,000 just to go to a concert, because that would include probably more than that, because you have to have your food, your travel, the tickets, the room. I don't got the energy to plan this late in the game for a concert, because I already know what happened with the BTS concert. There is no way I'm going unprepared. If I go anywhere, I will have extensive planning before I go anywhere. And I'm not going anywhere unless I'm planning ahead of time. So, yeah. Am I in heaven? Probably. I could. I'm going to Comic-Con again. Hey, am I going to Comic-Con, anybody? Can someone answer that question? You don't know what I'm doing, but it may be something fun. With what money? Oh, I'm going to Comic-Con with Monopoly money. Don't you know? You could buy Monopoly money. You can use Monopoly money. It was just announced. I'm just kidding. People are so funny. There is something that it's a great opportunity, but I don't have the money right now because I gotta wait till the 15th. And people will not wait. And it's really good. But I don't have the money. I don't have the money right now because I have to wait till the 15th. That's like, what did I say, 6 or 7 days away? I forgot what I counted. But you can have all that you wanted, but I don't want that anymore. You know what bothers me? Well, not bothers me. I keep getting Alpha on my For You page singing, what's that song? Singing, Defying Gravity. And every day, it's just her singing Defying Gravity. You could still be with the wizard, what you wished and waited for. You can have all that you wanted, but I don't want that anymore. There was, but I'm trying to think, what's the other one where it's like, no one mourns the wicked. Oh, you know what? I saw this funny video, right? And the guy was like how it should have sounded when Glenda came down in the bubble. Because how do you hear Glenda singing through a bubble? And I was like, you know what? That's kind of funny. It's kind of accurate. Oh my God, it's so cold. Queen Alphaba is pretty rude, especially to her neighbors. Because she literally was screaming at her neighbors. She got mad at her neighbor because her neighbor tapped on the wall because she was singing loudly. Because she was singing Defying Gravity, and her neighbor was like, and then her neighbor has kids. Obviously, if your neighbor's telling you be quiet, be quiet. Like, I've never had a neighbor come say be quiet, except with my dad, because he has bipolar, so he was blasting his music at our old apartment, and there was nothing we could do about it because he was sick, and if we told him no, he would get mad. I can't do that. But when I have my own little thing, I'll start blasting my music. Yes, Jungkook is my favorite. No one mourns the wicked. Oh, trust me, I want to get a bump box. Have you seen those bump boxes? Dang, it is so cold. There was this guy at the gas station. He pulled up, right? He had his face covered, but he had one eye showing. And I was like, okay, he looked like I was just being aware of my surroundings. Handed me a 10, and I was like, what are you doing? What's going on? Then he said, I went to put it because I thought he was giving me. And then he was like, give it back to me. He said, you want to know how much money I had? And I didn't even say anything. I was just standing there like looking around because I was waiting for my hamburger and stuff to warm up. Because, you know, we bought those like heated up hamburgers at the gas station. So I was just standing there looking around waiting for it to warm up. And I see him, right? So I'm just looking, you know, looking around, looking. And then he's like, here, since you want to know how much I have. Then he tried to give it to my brother, who walked up and was like, what's going on? Like, he was like confused, and then I was confused. I was like, what is this dude doing? Like, I understand he may have mental health issues, which is sad, because sometimes they really don't care. Like, unless unless you take them to get like help, they won't get help, and they want the person to go admit themselves in. How is that possible if the person's not in the right mindset to do so? That makes no sense, because if they're not in the right mindset to say, hey, I need to take myself in, someone needs to take them in, because they really need to get the help. They can't be walking around like that having mental health issues, and the city or the government doesn't give a F. That's why my dad's walking around like that, because the veteran doesn't care. And I'm like, we can't have him like that, because he keeps having issues with the police. Who knows? Maybe one too many issues with the police could be his last time. Like, we don't know how some polices are. So, the VA doesn't do ish. They don't help their veterans. They don't do, it's just so... I just don't like it. Thank you for the gift points. It just baffles me, right? You have all these people walking around with mental health issues that you will not help. They have to get the help, but then how are they going to be sane enough to be like, yeah, I need to get myself help. I need to be on my medication. That just does not work. And I'm not saying to force them to go in, but there's got to be some way to get them help. Because for safety reasons. Thank you. We got almost a 200 rose combo. I'm just kidding. Someone used the N-word and you're getting blocked. Dang. Now it's cold. Yes, I do like Stray Kids. No one mourns the wicked. Oh, how can I donate money? Well, I don't talk about money on my live stream because people get mad, but you can donate cookies, which is, code for money, to my PayPal or Cash App. Everything helps because I'm saving, because maybe if I get enough, I can do like a down payment on something, because right now, it's really hard with when you see an opportunity, you can't take it right away, because some people won't wait. I could be like, hey, I'll have all of it at this certain time, but then they'll probably be like, nah, I ain't gonna wait. And I don't want to be like, well, I'm homeless, I'm in this situation. I don't want to use my situation like that, I'll just be like, bam, here's the money. More like spending. No, I actually just went to eat something hot because we hadn't had anything to eat. I took stuff out of pawn because it was going to go up with interest, so I had to take my tablet out of pawn, or else I would have never got my tablet out, and it wouldn't have been worth it, because the tablet would have, if it would have stayed in there, the interest would have gone up, and then it would have been too expensive. It would have costed more to get it out than what the tablet's worth, which doesn't make sense. And on top of that, what else did I do? I paid bills, so that's basically where most of my money went. So yeah, sadly it's gone. I could have had this money to get what I needed, but it goes, because when money comes, it's nice, because if you have the money to do things, that is great. But I gotta wait till the 15th, and that's still 6 or 7 days off, and by then it'll be gone. Yeah, that's way over there. That's not even here. That's probably on the main street, or they're probably coming down this way, but I don't hear them anymore. So, what white stuff? You mean my lip? My lip is crusted, actually. Why is it? Look, I got my chapstick, milk chocolate. Now my lips don't have to be chapped. How about that? It's yellow probably because of the light, and my teeth are not yellow. It just looks like that. There's only like the bottom teeth are discolored. Those are the ones that I need to get, you know. There's like a chunk of that chapstick. I was playing Sims. I want to get back to Sims, but I have to get an Xbox first, and I'll have to wait on that. Is this all I do all day? Yeah, because apparently this extra money helps when people send gift coins. But I go live so I can talk to people, so I don't have to struggle in my situation, you know, being sad. It helps me to talk to people about lots of different things, you know. I don't have to just mope around and just sit in a car and not do nothing. It's better to talk to people and, you know, have interactions and keep my page active, although my main page is not too active because of my situation. I can't create content, but what I can do in the meantime is be active where I go live, so that's great. You know, what situation? Well, I'm living out of a SUV. That's a situation. I live out of an SUV. And rather than just sit in the car all day, because it is kind of cold, it's kind of windy. Not gonna lie, it's breezy, it's windy, but it's not that cold where I'm like, you know? Yeah. Thank you for the bear hat. Yeah, people already know what kind of car I have because they doxed me already. They've been showing up to the place we was at. And they showed up and they were sending DoorDash. My brother got an SUV. So we have that. It's a Buick. So sadly, unhoused icon. That's not something to, yeah, don't look up to. Albuquerque is getting pretty cold, but right now with our situation, and it sucks because now I gotta wait till the 15th. My situation could really get better with the money that I'm gonna get on the 15th. But the reality of it is that I hate having to wait. And I understand why TikTok does it on the 15th so they can process everything. But I wish it was on the 1st, like how everybody gets a check on the 1st. And that's not how it is. And people ain't gonna wait for stuff, you know? Like, right now, I could have got, like, there's this heater that I had on my wish list that's like USB port. It's a USB. You just charge it and then you don't have to like plug it up anywhere. You just turn it on and we wouldn't be cold because our car, sadly, the battery is having issues. Very bad issues. Like, it turns, which doesn't make sense. If it's a bad battery, how does the SUV crank? Now we don't have heat, and you know, I'm really stuck in a situation because I have to wait till the 15th and then maybe things will get better. I could reach out to the person, you know, and be like, hey, but people are, even then they won't wait. You have to have the money right then and there for things. You know, some people, and I'm not going to use my situation for anything. I'll just, you know, I'm just like my brother. I don't want to, you know, use my situation and get sympathy for things. I would rather just pay for it. But right now, it's just a waiting game. It's a waiting game, a waiting game, a waiting game. And that's all I can do. But I talk about my situation because it's a real situation. What am I supposed to do? Lie and say I'm not living out of a car? In the beginning, I tried to because I didn't want people to dox me. But since people know I'm living out of a car, why do I gotta lie? Like, I don't have to lie anymore, and I have to be truthful, real, and honest. How come, why is it Michaela can be real and honest and say she's going through something, but I can't say I'm homeless all the time, right? Because it's sympathy. But what am I supposed to say? I'm housed? I'm not housed. I'm still homeless. I'm not gonna like lie and say I'm not homeless. And I don't care if people feel bad for me or not if I'm homeless. Thank you for the crab. Thank you for the crap. Anyways, it's just one of those things where what am I supposed to say in my situation? I'm not creating content. Some people support me because of the content I create. I try to go live as much as I can so I can produce content for people, right? Whether it's just going live, but right now I'm not creating content and that hurts me. It's not helping me. I'm missing out on a lot of money. I need to get a camera for YouTube. I can't even do that because I have to get a roof, some sort of roof over our head, not like a car where we're freezing. And I can't even do that. There's just so much that I can't even do right now. And, rather than lie and be like, oh, I'm not homeless. Look, I'm homeless. I'm living out of a car. I can't say that I'm housed. Like, I can't. Whether you think it's for sympathy or not, I have to be truthfully honest to say I'm still homeless. People are like, you're still in your car? Yeah, well, what do you think? Right now, I don't got the money. I could. Thank you for the bear hat. Like, I know when people were telling people, oh, well, if you're going to be short on rent, why don't you just take out a loan, right? Loan places require you to have paycheck stubs. They have to have you have pay stubs or there's some other things, and there's one thing I didn't have. So yeah, it's crazy. If I had the means to, which I wouldn't take out a loan anyways, because that's too large of a loan to take out. Well, not that large. I mean, not for a house, but for something else. Thank you for the hat, like the hair glasses. I'm not 33. I'm 30, gonna be 31 this year. But I've made more money on TikTok than I did at Dunkin' Donuts, so that's a plus side. I make more money than what people in Albuquerque make in minimum wage, so that's a good thing. But the downside to it is that it's every 15th of every month, so I still have to wait till the 15th, and that's kind of like 6 or 7 days off. That's still a long ways off. In the meantime, I go live, I do get the gift points, the money that I make from the gift points, which isn't really that much, but I have to hit a certain threshold, apparently, to cash out, because even if I have enough to cash out, because I have it at the amount to cash out, it still won't. I have to get like really high up there to hit some sort of threshold to cash out. And mind you, I'm not standing here being like, send gifts, thank you, or like, thank you for the gifts, I say, but I don't say like, send me a bunch of gifts. Like, this is the problem with TikTok, is what they allow, because it's hypocritical. Like, certain people like Michaela can come on here and film herself eating in McDonald's in bed, and no one says she's supporting a genocide, or no one comes down on her and says you're supposed to be boycotting McDonald's, or everyone's sympathetic towards her because she's going through a situation. I wish I could be depressed eating McDonald's in a house in my bed, and she's not creating her content. That's not content, because she can't create her content because she's in the space, because the content she creates, thank you for joining and thank you for the gift points, is makeup content. When people say like, oh, no, it's not her normal content. She's not making her normal content because she's going through something. Her normal content is makeup. But even then, people are like, I feel so sorry for you. But it's like, people don't want to hear that I'm homeless, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep like saying I'm doing good when I'm not. Like my situation is I'm still homeless. I'm gonna be homeless the next day. I'm gonna be homeless the day after the next day. I've been homeless since October, since before Halloween. I didn't even get to wear my Halloween costume or even celebrate Halloween again. Like, there's nothing I could do about my situation. It came down to not being paid on time. That's the issue. We didn't get paid on time. We couldn't pay the rent. My brother was the one who was handling the rent. I wasn't. And, I had paid the rent the week before, so my money went to that because it was weekly rent. And because I paid the rent the week before, that's where all my money went. Surprising. So I didn't have any money left over to pay the next week. We were just paying by the day, right? And she even said she would have us back. But because they had rent issues, they put us on a do not rent list, which I understand. You know, it's difficult. It's hard out here. Like, how do you manage and process that? The only thing I know what to do is make videos and content. Whether it's good content or bad content, I really don't care. I want to make videos. I want to be happy. I want to get back to doing my makeup. I want to get back to enjoying myself and life and having fun and not be tied to a job and be stuck and miserable and sad. You know, I want to not have to go around in circles addressing people or have negativity brought upon me. People be like, you're a predator, you're this. I want to just enjoy life. Why is it other people, like Michaela, not once, thank you for the bear hat. Michaela has never once talked about Gaza, but yet no one has come down on her. It's okay because she's so beloved, she's so nice, she's not rude. Like, no one ever targets her. And especially because she can eat McDonald's without facing ridicule. It's like when people of color do something, they're always constantly reminded of that, right? Like the one person, you know, like the black women that are like, I'm going to Starbucks and buying Starbucks again. And it's just like people come at them. But if Michaela drinks Starbucks, it's like, oh my God, queen, yes, you really need it. You're going through something. We're all going through something. I'm going through something. And it bothers me that people can do the most horrific, horrible stuff and get away with it. They could sit here, like Jeffree Star could sit here and make millions of dollars off TikTok and still be racist and still treat the people that he works for. He treats black people horribly, but yet, oh, this isn't about them, this is about you. Worry about yourself. But it's so frustrating because if you really were about canceling people, you wouldn't be allowing these people to make money. You know, how can these people still do things and still make money? You know, like people are like, Michaela has not really been truthful with her reviews, right? That's a little bit of criticism people have a right to, right? But it's so crazy that people are hypocritical, what they allow and what they don't allow. You'll allow one person to do one thing, but you'll say this person can't just because you don't like me. Right? It's crazy. Oh, they can do that, but you can't because we don't like you. And everyone comes down harder on me. Like, I'm the most hated on this app. And what I'm accused of is what other people have done and get away with, like Jeffree Star, like James Charles. It is so crazy how hypocritical people really are. No one makes videos talking about how horrific it is that I have to go through stuff like having random men sent to my door or being doxxed and harassed, and how that's totally okay. But yet, even with what goes on with Daniel Larson and Joshua Block, people still make videos saying you guys shouldn't do this to them. Not one person makes videos about me, literally calling out the hypocritical people that sit there and talk ish and get away with doing stuff to me. It's just, it sucks. It literally sucks. Like, I can't even process, because mentally I can't process a lot of things. Sorry, my nose. Jesus, cold. How do you process stuff like that? Jesus Christ. My nose is like, someone's behind me. There's nobody behind me but a tree. You know? Like, I'll get to where I need to be. I really will. I will, you know? I don't have to be upset or negative or sad, depressed. I know I'm doing the best that I can, and that's all I can do. You ow, my arms. I held it back for so long and it hurts. Like, well, I'm not. Well, says you, right? It always baffles me that large content creators could come on this app and be like, I'm going through something, and everyone's like, oh, I'm so sorry. But when it's someone else, it's like, F you, right? Like, what's any different than Michaela coming on this app saying she's going through something? I don't want to feel rude, because I do feel like she has a right to come on here and tell people she's not okay. But then me being in a situation be like, well, how come she's allowed to say that, but she's got money, right? She has a house. She doesn't have to worry about living out of a car. Like, sometimes there's like, and I don't want to be rude. I'm a nice person. I empathize with people going through situations, but I'm like, it could be worse for her. She could be living out of an SUV, Like, how do you process stuff like that, It just literally sucks. Like, how do you, deal with stuff like that, Like, how? You know what I mean? What?
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. Yeah, they're waving at me.
It's warm.
What?
It's warm.
No,
It's
I'm
under
okay.
the gazebo there.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Anyways, I had to talk to my mom about something important. Like, how do you process things like that, Like, I watch people live out of tents. I literally saw a guy that was camping, there's been several people that camp out, and it makes me think, and I understand people have a right to come on apps and be like, the situation, right? Like, and talk about their situations. And sometimes I don't want to be rude, but sometimes I want to be that person that'd be like, well, you could be living out of a tent like these people, right? Your situation is only a momentary situation. Like, you've had the worst time to you, but is it really the worst when there's people that can't afford their chemo treatments for cancer? Like, look, I'm living out of a car, but I don't have a terminal illness, and I have to thank God that I was born healthy. But in my situation, I'm like, do I really have the right to complain when there's people that can't even afford their chemo treatments? Like, how do you... It's hard for me to not get angry sometimes and be like, why is everyone so, and I get it that people might say I'm complaining, but for me personally, it's like, why are you, with your perfect life, you could do whatever you wanted. You could say I'm leaving makeup and do something else and people wouldn't get mad. Me, I get treated like shit, like I'm a piece of shit. And I don't know. It's just, sometimes I try to be empathetic and nice, but then sometimes I just think to myself, you could have it way worse than what other people have it. And I understand the internet. We all know there's a lot of things I can't come to the internet and tell. That's just the way it is. Sadly, you can't tell people what you're going through. And that's what makes people mad about Michaela, is that she's not telling them because they want to be in her business. That's her business to tell when she's ready to tell people, hey, this is what I went through. Why do you keep prying into her relationships? The amount of comments I've seen, is Cody taking care of you because you're trying to hint or trying to get any information if she's still with Cody is crazy. Leave that poor girl alone. Leave her alone. But then again, I think about it and I'm like, well, we're on a public platform. You chose to post that video. Right? When people make videos about me, I can't tell them to stop. They chose to post that video. I'm jealous of someone. You know what's crazy? It's not a jealousy thing. I've watched people have CPS falsely called on them and doxxed for no reason whatsoever because of something they said on the internet. And yet, people like that could come on the internet and tell you that they're going through something and you're all, oh, I'm so sorry, right? But when it comes to people of color, we don't get that same grace. Especially people who are darker skinned than me don't get that same grace. They could tell you they're going through something, they need help, and you'll tell them go get a job, even though they have a job on top of what they're doing, and their job is not enough to provide for their family, but you'll still tell them go get a job. If Michaela asked you for $100,000, you wouldn't bat an eye. You would be like, oh, we'll help you. You wouldn't. That's just a problem. It's not a jealousy thing. It's how I see other people get treated versus how some other content creators get treated. And these are people that have large followings too that ain't making it, because a large following does not equate to money. Let's be 100% for real. A large following does not equate to money. Thank you for the gift points. But it's so crazy. It's not a jealousy thing, because I literally see how people are, how people are, how people are on the internet. Hold on. Anyways, guys, sorry, I'm back. I got misunderstood. They were talking to somebody else. They weren't talking to me. Anyways. It's gonna be cold in there because it's in the shade. It's in the shade. Well, I mean, you can, but it's gonna be cold because it's in the shade. Yeah, it is. Well, Yeah, she was talking because there was a guy sleeping right there at the park. I mean, on the bench. He was sleeping right there on the bench, and she was talking to him. So he got up and left. Because security's been cracking down. They don't really like, or police too, they don't really like people camping around the park. Like there's a guy that is camping by that YFL by the park, and the police made him move. He had a campsite there, but the camera literally can see he's camping there. He can't camp there. There was a guy that was camping at the park with a tree, and no, it's actually not a park for children because it's a big old grass field. When you think about it, there's only one, because even the police told us if we moved up a little further, they can't tell us to move, but they said they'll keep coming to bother us, that we could move up a little further from the park with the slides and stuff. But when it comes to the park itself, it's not just the children's park, because the rest of the park is a big old grassy field, like where people walk their dogs, they walk, they jog, they go around, they do all of that. Like it's literally not just a park for kids, because people play soccer. They have a place for people to play volleyball. Like it's a very big park, so people could go to the park. They walk their dogs, mostly elderly people walking their dogs. The issue is that they don't really like people camping anywhere anyways. They treat homeless people like criminals. I'm just going to be truthfully honest. There's one place where they allow people to camp, and I think because the only reason why is because there's a homeless shelter there. Well, it's not a homeless shelter, it's a day shelter. So you could go do stuff during the day. It's not like you can sleep there, because there's a whole bunch of tents by the overpass. It's like Tent City, and they haven't run those people off. Like every side street has someone with a pallet of stuff. They have all their stuff and they just sleep there in tents. Like that's the only place where they haven't run people off yet. Like, and it used to be a tent city by the train tracks downtown, but then they moved everyone. They told everyone they had to move, and that area started smelling worse because I guess everyone started using the restroom outside, because when you walk in that area, it smells like a giant outhouse. So I understand why they may have had issues, and they told people to move. But this area, they haven't told people to move. People could stay there in their tents. It's not like, Jesus Christ, Frank. You see, this is what TikTok allows. Like, first off, let me do this, because it's just so crazy. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, because they don't want you to camp anywhere. That's why people will camp in places where they can't see you really. There's the freeway. There's places where people hide, like on the other side where the wall blocks them so they can't see. Otherwise, they would be forced to move. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? So yeah. Frank told me something that I can't repeat because TikTok flags me for that. So yeah, I can't say what Frank said. I can't repeat it because TikTok takes me down for that. Yeah, I'm outside. I don't know how that is able to go through when all of those words are blocked. Like, what's the point of having filtered words if they still go through? Jesus Christ. Eugenia Cooney's getting eaten alive in her comments for literally saying that she voted for Trump because Trump is going to lower groceries, and people are literally saying, like, you don't even buy groceries or you don't even eat groceries. I was like, dang, they chewed her up in the comment section for safety reasons. Do you like Swifties? No, because Swifties don't like anyone that is not Taylor Swift. Tell me I'm not wrong. How many Swifties still listen to Ice Spice? None. Ever since Taylor Swift, was hanging out with Ice Spice, that's the only reason why they listen to her. Now, Swifties don't listen to Ice Spice. I don't listen to Ice Spice. That's just what I'm saying. Like, Swifties only listen to her because Taylor Swift was hanging around her, because she collabed with Taylor Swift. After that, they don't listen to her. I'm just being truthfully honest. Swifties do not like anybody that is not Taylor Swift. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, the lady that said that Beyonce was propaganda was a Taylor Swift fan, was a Swiftie, saying how no one wants to hear Beyonce do country, but what did Taylor Swift do before she turned to pop? Country. Okay, exactly. And what does she do that is talented? Nothing. She's mediocre. There are a lot more white talented women that are way better than Taylor Swift, that are not signed to labels. And I will stand 10 toes down on that. And if Swifties don't like it, well, then that's on them. You guys are the same people complaining about how talentless people are famous, but then you make talentless people famous. That September cover was trash, and she ruined Earth, Wind, and Fire's song. It was a horrible song. Tell me I am not wrong. I could literally, you know what? Let me see if I could connect to my Switch. Let's play some Mackenzie. I could play a lot of white women that are more talented than Taylor Swift. Okay, let me put you on to something. Hold on. You guys got me messed up right now. I'm really not about to go here. Let's do this. Right? Let's go. Because I'll put you on to some very talented white women that are way more talented than Taylor Swift. And you can't tell me otherwise. There are old country singers like Leanne Rimes, like Patsy Cline, like, who else? Dolly Parton. I could list more talented white women that are way more talented than Taylor Swift. Let's talk about Alanis Morissette. Oh, okay. Quiet, that's what I thought. Way better. 100 times better. Let me connect to the internet. I will put you on. Like, I ain't joking. No, I ain't lying. Anyways. What? Go. Go. I'm fine. Okay, let's go. Actually, why does it keep bringing this up? Oh, here we go. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let's go, because this is what we're not about to do. We're not about to put some mediocre woman up there where we could be listening to these people, right? Let's get some taste and flavor. Bring the flavor in your ear, you know. Okay, so let's go back. Let me go to my YouTubes. Okay, let me turn this up. Okay, because we gotta blast this. Okay. Well, if you don't want flavor and you want bland, then have it. But I'm gonna give you flavor. Put the new flavor in your ear. It's got an update, I think. Or probably not. It said something about an update or something. It's actually sad. No, it's not. It's fun. It's exciting. Great. Let's see. Because for some reason, close. We gotta open this again. Of course, nobody likes it. Okay. I have to do a system update. That's what I gotta do. I gotta go to my settings and do a system update. Jesus. I'm not selling my Switch. That was given to me. I'll never get a Switch again, so no. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. No, it's easy to pretend. No, you're not a fool. He left because security ran him off, I think. He saw security and he left. Should've known better than to cheat a friend and wasted chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. It's taking a long time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You thought I hated white women? Not all white women. Let's get that correct. When you generalize what I said, that's crazy. Considering the fact that if white women get mad because I say white people are racist, then they fit the mold. Because why are you getting mad over that instead of checking white people that are racist, right? Everyone is feeling sorry for Blake Lively, but forgot Blake Lively got married on a plantation. I don't feel sorry for someone that gets married on a plantation. What? Like, considering the fact that a lot of white women say I'm jealous of them, why would I be jealous of you? People of color go through so much, but yet you say that I'm jealous of your looks. You're literally plastered on every magazine ever. When they show people, they show white women. They don't show any people of color. White women are always put as the beauty standard for every freaking thing. But what about people of color? Why do black women get treated so horribly? Explain that, because you can't. And then you get mad at people of color for telling it like it is. You don't like to hear the truth, but the truth hurts. Then instead of going to your own people to complain about why they're racist, you tell us off like it's our fault. We're not the ones who own slaves, okay? You did that. That's your fault, not ours. I'm not my ancestor. I never owned slaves. My ancestors did, but not me. You can't escape that. What you need to do is go and deal with it on your own. Tell other white people to not be racist. Don't come to us and play this pity card and say, well, you're talking about white people, and I'm like, no. Because if I was, then you proved it. Like someone in my comment section proved my point. They said something and then they turned around and said something racist. It doesn't make sense, because how is it that you're saying you're not racist and turn around and say, well, I have a Mexican husband? What was the point of that? Or I can't be racist because I'm dating... No. Let me stop you right there. I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. Like, seriously. It's not going to update. It's going to take forever. The system update is taking too long. It says 227 minutes remaining, and it still says 0%. Didn't I say what? Did I say that, or did someone in the comments say that when I looked down and read it? So let's not say I said that. And actually, you could look at the video and see I'm looking down reading a comment. So let's not put words in my mouth I didn't say because someone tried to say I said that. I read a comment which I didn't say. Let's not put words into my mouth. How come you don't go after the people, after the person that said it? You know I was reading a comment. Let's not be obtuse and be dumb. You got brains, use them. Use your brains and stop placing things on me that I didn't say. I'll let you know if I said something or not. I don't care if you got some sort of stupid ass video where it's cropped trying to say I said something I didn't say. I'll tell you if I said it. I don't gotta lie. I said what I said and I meant it. And I'll let you know. Okay? I don't care anymore. Right? Just like how you care too much about what you say and what people tell you, you care way too much, because if you didn't, you would say whatever you want. You would say it. You would say it. You don't say it because you're too afraid to say how you really feel about certain things. You're mad I can say what I want, but you can't. You can. You're just too scared to do it. Stand up and say what you really feel. Come on, let's hear it. Stop being afraid of what other people are going to tell you, because you don't want to go through what I go through for speaking your mind. You don't see the DMs that I get and what warrants me to go after people. And you sit here and say I'm attacking people for no reason, but you don't even see the comments in my DMs, because if I was to show it, I'll get demonetized. I'm not about to have my pages taken down where I make money over people leaving me nasty comments telling me to do things, which I can't even say on TikTok because I'm also censored and I can't bring that topic up. Let's be 100% real when we say these things, because it just pisses me off. It really does. It pisses me off. Like, I'll say something and people will get mad. Like, what do you want me to? Or, my nose is like, it's slowly updating, guys. I'm sorry. It's like at 3%. I don't think it's gonna update in time because my phone's gonna die halfway, and I do have to keep it charged for when I go to the library. I don't even know if I want to go to the post office tomorrow because it says they're gonna be open, but then the delivery place might be closed because I didn't really understand the sign, because it said they were closed on the 9th for Jimmy Carter, because I guess because Jimmy Carter passed away, but then they said on the 10th they're resuming deliveries, and Monday's not the 9th. It's, I don't know. It's crazy. Why am I outside? Because I don't want to be sitting in a car. That's why. Maybe that's the reason why I love you. You're my heart, girl. With all the crazy things that you do, you're still here. Maybe that's the reason why I love you. That's that song. That one song. B2K. Maybe that's the reason why I love you. Or what's the other one? Baby, turn around and let me see that. Bump, bump, bump. Who here is a B2K fan? Like, do you guys still listen to B2K? Because I do. Maybe that's the reason why I love you. No, you're not a... You don't know who B2K is? B2K is the greatest boy band in the history of boy bands. They're like... It consisted of Omarion, Raz B... Omarion... I forget the other, like... But I know it's Raz B, Omarion... The other names slipped my brain. Thank you for the gift points. And they had a song with Mr. Big, which if you don't know who Mr. Big is, he is Ronald Isley from the Isley Brothers. You know how he has this character, Mr. Big, and he had that song with R. Kelly, which canceled R. Kelly. I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore. But they had a song that was similar to like what R. Kelly did, except it was a song about he liked this girl. And this girl played the daughter in My Wife and Kids with one of the Wayans brothers. You know that My Wife and Kids, and Claire, she's the one who played Claire. So she plays the love interest in this video where he likes her, but it turns out she's the daughter of Mr. Big. You know, his character, Mr. Big. So anyways, he's like, you need to stay away from my daughter. You've been warned. And then he's like, no, I'm not. So he keeps trying to get with her. And eventually the dad caves in and is like, I'll let you go out with him or whatever. I'll let you go with him. And sure enough, he became a cool dad in the end. But it's a home music video. I forget what music video that was. Unless that was one of the songs I was singing. So yeah. I didn't say I think R. Kelly's innocent. I said he's not innocent. I said he is guilty. If you really want to get mad at someone, get mad at Drea Kelly, because why does she still have his last name? She's out here still rocking that last name. Like, that's weird. She rocking that thing like... I just thought of that song. Yeah, she's still out here with that last name. I'm like, girl, you need to change your last name. Yo, I've done an edible. What? What did someone say? Where did I say I think white women being essayed is okay? Where did I say that? And you've left 80 comments. You're crazy. Where did I say white women being essayed was okay? And let's not lie, because this live stream is screen recorded. You know that, right? I never once said that in this live. It's screen recorded. That's crazy. That would be like me saying you think that black people getting essayed is okay. I could say that to you. Because where was you? How come you're not telling all these people when they're victim shaming me? Oh, you don't. That's right, because you say it's okay. Yeah. I'm already selling merch. I have a merch link and everything. Everything is linked in my beacons link in my bio. I have a Printify shop set up with all the merch. There was some t-shirts that I bought from a t-shirt place. I paid 99 cents for a bunch of t-shirt designs. But what happened is that all those designs came from Canva. I could have literally just made them, and I paid 99 cents. Who cares? It was only 99 cents, almost $1. The sun's going down. It's getting pretty cold, and my phone is like halfway, so I gotta get off and go. Have a good day or night where you guys are. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, I really had to go because I need to go charge my phone and get in the car and get warmed up. But have a good day or night where you guys are. Thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, watching, and subscribing. And I will see you guys later. I gotta go. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Good night. Bye, guys.